It was a normal day, or so I thought. I had no idea that this day would change everything. The day I found the diary. She had passed away a few months ago, and life had been a blur since then. Grief had taken over every part of me, leaving behind a hollow shell of who I used to be. My wife, my partner, my best friend, she was gone, and nothing felt real anymore. I spent most of my time at home, going through her belongings, trying to hold on to any piece of her that could make me feel whole again. I couldn't believe she was really gone. One moment she was there, and the next she was just gone. And then, as I was cleaning out a drawer in her old desk, I found it. A leather-bound journal with her name etched in gold on the cover. My heart skipped a beat. I had never seen this diary before. She wasn't the type to keep things from me. We had always shared everything, our thoughts, our dreams, our fears. But this was something I knew nothing about. I couldn't resist. I opened it. The first page was filled with her neat handwriting, familiar yet distant. It felt as though I was reading someone else's life, not the woman I had known for all those years, but the words on the page were unmistakable. Her thoughts, her feelings, her heart. And then, as I read on, I saw it. The affair began long before I ever thought it would. I thought it was just a fling, something that wouldn't matter. But I was wrong. It became everything. My blood ran cold. I couldn't breathe. I was shaking. This wasn't the woman I thought I knew. My mind raced. Was this real? Was this some kind of cruel joke? I continued to read. Each word seemed to cut deeper. She had been in love with him, someone I had never heard of, someone who had been a part of her life for years, without me ever knowing. The affair had started long before we even got married, and it had lasted through our entire relationship. I can't stop thinking about him. Even when I'm with my husband, my mind is somewhere else. I know it's wrong, but I can't help myself. I couldn't believe it. My wife, the woman I thought was loyal to me, had been carrying on a secret life, a life I never knew existed. I didn't know who to be angry with. Her, him, myself, for not seeing the signs. It's been so long now. I feel trapped, but I can't let go. I can't let him go. He's my soul, and I don't know what I would do without him. She had called him her soul. The words stung like nothing I had ever felt before. How could she love someone else all those years? How could she lie to me, to our children, to everyone who trusted her? As I read through the pages, the affair seemed to take on a life of its own. It wasn't just a brief lapse in judgment. It was a deep, passionate connection that had grown over time. It had become a part of her, a part of our marriage, even though I was completely unaware. I don't know how much longer I can keep this hidden. He wants more, I want more. But I'm afraid of what will happen if my husband ever finds out. He loves me, but he doesn't know me. The words burned into my mind. The woman I thought I knew, the woman I had shared everything with, had been lying to me for so long. And I had never known. I had never suspected. I kept reading, even though every page made my heart ache. Each entry was more heartbreaking than the last. She had tried to end the affair, but each time he pulled her back in. He was her addiction, her weakness, her escape. I was just the man she had married, the man who had no idea what was happening behind closed doors. I don't know if I can keep doing this, but I can't stop. I love him, and I will always love him. The final entry was written just a week before her passing. There were no more words after that. Just a page left empty, as if she had finally run out of things to say. I closed the diary, my hands trembling. I didn't know what to do with this information. How could I ever look at her the same way again? How could I ever trust her memory? For all those years, I had lived with a woman who had carried a secret that changed everything. The woman I had loved had never truly been mine. And now, even in death, she was still keeping secrets from me. I sat there for hours, lost in my thoughts. I thought about our life together, the good moments, the bad ones, the times when we had struggled, and the times when we had celebrated. But now, it all seemed tainted. The love we shared felt like a lie. And yet, in some twisted way, I still loved her. I still mourned her. I couldn't let go of the woman I thought I knew, even though the truth was right in front of me. What do you do when you uncover a secret like this? What do you do when everything you thought you knew about your marriage, your life, your love is turned upside down? I don't know the answer to that yet, but I do know this: nothing will ever be the same again.